Hey guys, Harris Rubenstein here for Chat Sports. The NBA trade deadline is 2 weeks away. Yes, so very close to one of the great additions of chaos that we have in sports. So we're going to go through a couple players that the Lakers could trade for at the deadline this year. And let's start with a big name that you guys have probably heard in trade rumors so far. Maybe not quite connected to the Lakers, and I'll try to do the best I can here to make it all seem like it makes sense. Let's start with Marc Gasol, the center for the Memphis Grizzlies, who really doesn't have a massive chance of ending up on the Lakers, but he is going to get traded from the Memphis Grizzlies, and it's not going to cost the Lakers as much as you guys think. We'll get to my trade machine a little bit later, but overall with Marc Gasol, he's had a very weird season. He started off the year on fire. He was great in October, November, putting up career numbers, and then December came along, and then here we are in January, and he has completely flipped the script. He is nothing like the player that he was to start the year. His three-point shooting numbers are down. His rebounding numbers are down. His assist numbers are still quite considerable, sitting there at 7.1 assists per game. But we know that the Memphis Grizzlies are looking to get off his contract, and I think the Lakers could actually be a good landing spot for him. He does have that player option for next year that would hurt the Lakers in free agency, but they still would have enough money to sign a max player even if they bring in Marc Gasol. So we're going to open up the Rubenstein trade machine. Here is my trade for the Lakers to get Marc Gasol. They ship out their first rounder from this past year, Mo Wagner, who isn't going to get a lot of starting time. He's not really playing that much right now. He will be eligible to be traded at the deadline. That's how this always works. Another player added on there is Ivica Zubac, who's actually been playing quite well recently while Tyson Chandler and JaVale McGee have been dealing with injuries and minute restrictions. He's been doing quite well for the Lakers the past couple of weeks. Of course, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to make the money work, because when you're getting paid $13 million and you're not doing anything, you're going to get shipped in some sort of trade value, and of course a 2019 first-round pick, because like I've mentioned before here with the Lakers, the Grizzlies do not have a first-round pick this year, as it is going to the Boston Celtics, though it is top 6 protected. So this is what the Lakers lineup would look like with Marc Gasol. Obviously, Gasol would be manning that center spot. Out goes a couple of the nice center prospects that the Lakers have, and in comes a veteran center, Marc Gasol. What Gasol will also bring this Lakers team is another distributor. We saw Rajon Rondo come back last night, and the Lakers were able to move the ball a little bit better, but not quite. They still weren't able to get the win that they were looking for, but Marc Gasol would be able to come in and be probably the second best passer on this Lakers team after LeBron James, would be able to set up a lot of people on the wing, whether that's Brandon Ingram or Josh Hart or Lonzo Ball, just like he's been doing with Mike Conley all these years in Memphis. So I think Marc Gasol would be a good fit for the Grizzlies. It just depends on whether or not the Lakers are willing to give up what is necessary for Marc Gasol. If you guys are looking to make some money on the NBA this year, there's only one place to do it. It's at BetDsi. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NBA120 for a 120% deposit bonus. It is the #1 online sports book. It's easy, it's simple, and they are just giving you free money. They are giving away money for you to bet with this year. Again, chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NBA120 for a 120% deposit bonus. All right, let's go to another player that the Lakers could trade for. How about Wayne Ellington, the shooting guard for the Miami Heat? Now, this would be a little more complicated of a trade. The Lakers would have to go on a 3-team route and get Wayne Ellington through another team. Just with where the Miami Heat's cap structure is right now, they would have to bring in a third team. But would still be a good move for the Los Angeles Lakers, frankly. They do not have any three-point shooting off the bench right now. Do not try to throw Josh Hart at me. Do not try to throw Svi Mykhailiuk at me. Both of them have been two of the most inconsistent shooters in the NBA this year. Wayne Ellington is not that. Wayne Ellington has actually been a very consistent three-point shooter over the past couple of seasons, shooting 37% from three right now. Would just be a good player for the Lakers to bring in and have a reliable shooting option off the bench. They do not have that right now. Again, I'm sorry, Lakers fans. Do not throw Josh Hart at me. He has been anything but consistent this year. And also, if you're the Lakers, adding someone on the bench who isn't a Lance Stevenson, isn't a JaVale McGee, isn't a Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, I'm talking a real NBA player that is going to come in and give you a difference in the plus and minus category of your team. That is going to do big things for this team in the playoffs, and I think Wayne Ellington would be a great three-point shooter for the Lakers to bring in. Another shooter for the Lakers, how about J.R. Smith? I know he hasn't played a lot this year. I know it's J.R. Smith, but also could actually be a good option for the Lakers. Because if the Lakers are looking for one thing right now, it's cheap, reliable options. And while J.R. Smith is known for being a firework, I think that's an understatement, he is still a very good NBA shooter and can still bring you good minutes off the bench. He has a ton of playoff experience on a roster that doesn't really have a ton of playoff experience after LeBron and Rondo. I know JaVale McGee has had his moments, and Lance Stephenson's been in, 5 playoff series in his career. But J.R. Smith has been to 4 straight finals and is a legitimate playoff guy when you need him to be. I think the Lakers need shooting off the bench. I think J.R. Smith would be a guy they can get from a buyout or just trade away an international prospect and some bonus pool money. You can get J.R. Smith for a pretty cheap coin right now, and I actually think it would be a very good move for the Lakers, who, again, desperate for three-point shooting off the bench right now. Let me know in the comment section below, who would you rather have? Type J for J.R. Smith or type W for Wayne Ellington? Personally, I would rather have Wayne Ellington. I just think he's a better player right now. However, the only thing that's difficult with that is that you need to mix in a 3-team trade, and there's a lot of factors in play of whether or not you can actually get him. So J.R. Smith would be the easier player to get, but Wayne Ellington would be the better player to acquire. All right, let's go on to my next player here. This is a pipe dream for me. This is a pipe dream. I understand this one is very unlikely. How about Derrick Rose, the point guard for the Timberwolves, who has had a career redefining season in Minnesota so far, averaging 18.6 points per game, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. The dude shooting 42% from 3. Where did this Derrick Rose come from? Wherever he came from, whoever he is now, he has turned himself into a damn good modern-day NBA basketball player. So good, in fact, that he is going to make the Western Conference All-Star team this year. Congratulations to Derrick Rose with the big-time career comeback. I think he could actually be a really good fit for the Lakers. He can play the 1 or 2 guard position. And also, haven't we always wanted to see LeBron James and Derrick Rose on a team together? This has been an NBA Reddit just dream for years. And I think Derrick Rose going to the Lakers could be a really fun fit for both sides. Also, if you're the Timberwolves, you need to make a decision really quick here. Are y'all tanking or are y'all going for a playoff spot? Because as of right now, a playoff spot does not look very likely. And if they're trying to tank, Derrick Rose is the guy who they are going to have to move on from. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about Bradley Beal, an actual legitimate option for the Lakers at the deadline this year if the Wizards choose to be sellers. We know that the Lakers have called the Wizards about Bradley Beal this season, and I think the deadline could be the perfect time for them to actually acquire him. Bradley Beal is a very, very, very underrated player in the NBA, mostly because when people think of the Wizards, they think John Wall, point guard, passes the ball to Bradley Beal, who then shoots 3. And that's really all that people consider when it comes to Bradley Beal. Those people don't watch Bradley Beal play basketball. He has become one of the best playmaking 2 guards in the entire NBA. He's also a great passer and a pretty good defender on the other end as well. Also has one of the cleanest jump shots that I've really ever seen in the NBA. So you add in the playmaking abilities, you add the 3-point shooting, his consistent ability to get open shots by himself, and also his ability on the defensive side of the ball. That sounds like the perfect player to put next to LeBron James. However, he will not come cheap. So we're dusting off the Rubenstein trade machine again. Here is what it would take for the Lakers to get Bradley Beal: Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to make the money work, and the Lakers 2019 first rounder, and most likely a couple more picks, maybe another first round pick, or most likely maybe a couple seconds in the next couple of years. But Ingram would absolutely have to go the other way, as would Josh Hart, to fill the hole left by Bradley Beal. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope would be a nice expiring contract for the Wizards to help them in free agency next year. And that 2019 first-round pick, well, you can never have too many first-round picks when you're as awful as the Wizards have been this year. So this is what the Lakers lineup would look like with Bradley Beal. Lonzo Ball there at point guard would actually be, in a lot of ways, isn't Lonzo Ball the point guard that Bradley Beal needs? He's kind of John Wall without just the awful 2-point shooting and also awful ego that comes along with it. One quick thing, shouts to Lonzo Ball. I know that he's had a lot of pressure on him with the big baller brand and everything. the dude really doesn't have that big of an ego. At least it seems on the court. So props to Lonzo Ball for being able to keep his ego in check, unlike his brother. But with Bradley Beal coming to the Lakers, he'd be a perfect player to sit next to LeBron James over the next couple of years. He's still very young, only 26 years old, so we haven't even seen what Bradley Beal is going to be at his prime. I think at his peak, he's going to end up being one of the 3 to 4 best shooting guards in the NBA. And if the Lakers can get him, I don't know, maybe you're happier with Bradley Beal than Anthony Davis just based off his ability to play next to LeBron James. So let me know in the comments section below, should the Lakers trade for Bradley Beal? I say yes. In fact, I would actually rather have Bradley Beal next to LeBron James than Anthony Davis, despite Anthony Davis obviously being the better player among the two. But Beal might be a little bit cheaper, and also, like I said, he fills a bigger position in need for the Lakers. Again, one more time, if you're looking to make some money on the NBA this year, there's only one place to do it. That's at BetDsi. Chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NBA120 for a 120% deposit bonus. Hey, the Super Bowl is also next week. Use that deposit bonus to make yourself some money on Super Bowl Sunday.